Well, we've got a beautiful day to enjoy the garden courtyard here at Miller's of Merrickville Country Store. This is the highlight of the store for me, absolutely.
It is for me. When we bought the business 5 years ago, I knew that this had potential. And we traveled all the way to southern Ontario and bought some reclaimed barnwood and made the fence, kept the ground as natural as possible so that it blends in with the historic building, and just started filling it with stock.
And for those who may have missed our conversation earlier in the morning, when was the building built?
It was built circa 1828, and then the store area was built circa 1860.
And I love that you've kept some of the original stone in there. It just absolutely adds to the ambiance.
It does, definitely.
So walk me through some of your best sellers.
One of our best sellers are these wobblers. They're just a really fun outdoor item. Some of them spin in the wind, some of them wobble in the wind.
Oh yeah!
Yeah. And if the wind really starts to pick up back here, you'll see the little mouse one spinning in circles. Yeah.
Oh, how neat is that? I can't believe that it keeps its balance.
Just a really fun thing.
Yeah, and then you mentioned that some of the glass blown items are quite popular too. I think a lot of that has to do with your display.
That's correct. These butterfly feeders are one of our top sellers. We have citrus in it because butterflies are attracted to citrus. So if you were to go to a butterfly conservatory, they'd have slices of citrus sitting around.
Oh, so is the slice of orange sitting in water?
We've got it sitting in water just to keep it from going bad quickly, because it does get quite warm back here.
Dry, yeah.
You can also use sugar water in it. We also sell the butterfly feeders. So the idea, or pardon me, the butterfly houses. So the idea is that the butterflies will rest inside in the evening and into the night, and then they come back out again.
I didn't realize that there was such a thing as a butterfly house or feeder.
We get a few phone calls because they are really difficult to find.
And what are the glass blown balls with the little tubes dangling?
Those are for hummingbirds. We have a variety of glass ones, and then we have a variety of very practical hummingbird feeders, oriole feeders, finch feeders, things along that line.
This is great. Now, before we go, we have to touch down upon the fire pots. Is that the right name?
Fire pots, that's correct. So each one that comes in, they tell me, is unique because they are handmade. So the design will be the same, but the colors may be different. And they come in small, medium, and large. And we also sell the gel, and it comes in citronella and regular.
So how does it work? Do you put the can of gel in the center?
That's right. So you have to take your label off and put this in here, take the lid off, and with a barbecue lighter, you light it. And so you've got quite a large flame, and it crackles when it burns. So it's wonderful for the backyard.
How nice. And do you know, and I'm kind of throwing a curveball at you here, do you know how long one can would burn for?
They burn 2 to 3 hours depending on the weather condition. If it's windy, damp, things along that line.
You sure do know your stuff.
Yeah, so for $6.95, you compare that to a candle, you're probably getting more out of that than a candle.
And we have to mention that the large fire pot, $59.95. I think I shouldn't be broadcasting that because our cameraman wants to be taking it home, so hopefully you have some more in the back.
I do.
What a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for showing us the store. And if you head to the website, you can look at all of the information, or come on down to Miller's of Merrickville Country Store right off of St. Lawrence Street here in Merrickville.